Red Edition, welcome. Happy day. A police state. Can that happen in North America, in particular in Canada? Can it happen? So many people just laugh and scoff and that really can't happen. But you know what? A police state gets closer and closer when police start to create rules and laws as they go along throughout their daily activity, right? It's kind of a mood thing. I don't like what you're doing, so I'm going to create a new law. That happened to me just last week. I had ear pods in. I was on a telephone and talking, and a police pulled me over, and he said, it's against the law to have those two ear pods in yours. And I said, show me that law. And he said, don't get smart with me. And I said, don't get smart with me. I said, show me the law. I want to see it. And I said, I got a cousin who's deaf. He can't hear. He drives. Doesn't matter so much if he's got ear pods. Show me the law. And he was really indignant. He said, you want to get arrested? And I said, why not? I'm having a kind of a slack day. This ain't my busy season. I mean, and the guy finally did back off. It's because I'm old and I got an attitude, I guess. But my point is, he's making up rules as he goes along. He finally left and says, don't you do it again? And I said, why not? It ain't against the law. But the police now swing over to guns. They're always creating new laws with guns, all of the time. I spoke to a member of Parliament, an elected official in the country of Canada, and I said, why don't you speak up? You just told me that you know that they're doing bad things. And he said, Brian, he said, I got kids in school. If I did that, some kid's going to go to his locker one day and find some drugs there that somebody planted. I said, what? You really think so? Is that possible? What are you talking about? They say it's South America. And he said, it happens. It happens. He said, I said, we have a police state? He said, we're getting real close. We're about as close to a police state where the RCMP as damn is to swearing. And I tell you what, you just got to start paying attention to this. And that's not to say that they're all bad people. I mean, come on. You know, you got to think a little bit when I'm talking. There's a lot of good Mounties out there. There's a lot of policemen who are aware of this and they're saying, hold it, catch and release. That's one thing. Even when I do my job, I don't get rewarded anyway. I see the bad guy out in the street the next day. But when it comes to guns, it's almost like somebody has instructed them. You all go into a house and get those guns away. Tell them you're going to charge them. Do charge them, but then we'll make a deal. Give up your guns, give up your gun license, and you don't have to spend $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to defend yourself against something that you didn't do anyway. You didn't do anything bad. But that's going on again. There's thousands of charges every year for unsafe storage, right? Are you kidding me? But that is what they do, so you do have to be careful because the trend towards a police state kind of starts with firearms. And in Canada, that's going on. You know what? I personally would never, ever own a gun without owning this. Okay, that's firearm legal defense in Canada. I actually started this. I found it was my idea. It was about 6 years ago, I guess, and it's doing great. And I'm so pleased because it's $95 a year, and the insurance company will pay for all, there's no retainer, no deductible. It'll pay for all your legal fees if some scamp comes into your house and says, I'm going to charge you now. We defend against that, okay? Because I'm a gun guy, and it makes me wild. And there's 24/7 with regards to legal information, and no longer is it just about guns. So if you're getting a divorce and you want some free advice, don't pay a lawyer $500 or $600 an hour. Your $95 a year includes that. But let's get back to guns, because that's more important than anything else. Phone them, talk to them, whatever. But when the police come into your house, those guys that want to be state police, show them this card. It does have an impact, because you know what? They get scared. They say, hey, all bullies don't like it if you have a bodyguard. Somebody by you, they can hit back, right? Now they say, hey, oops. And it has saved a lot of law cases. And if you do get charged, it'll really save the day for you. Guns in America, similar stuff going on down there, but not to the degree that it is in Canada, because of course they have the Second Amendment. Up here, I don't know what we have in Canada anymore. I mean, everybody says it's against the law to do anything that you want to do. It's against the law to protect your life. I mean, oh, pardon me, it's not. It's legal to protect your life in Canada, but it's against the law to use a tool of any kind. So the good news is that there's a big push now going on in America, because President Trump is the most gun-friendly president I think that's probably ever existed, and he's a friend of the NRA and a friend of the people. He's a friend of freedom, and hopefully a lot of that will push north across the border, and we can all kind of have a happier life. Y'all come back, and we're going to have more gun talk for you in the future. Hey, see ya.